Hello. Oh my gosh, good evening. Um, I just want to thank everybody that is in here so far, and I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible and as painless as possible. But I want to welcome you to the official launch of the Q&A for the Golden Whiskers Fantasy Fishing League, officially launching today. And for those of you who do not know me, I am V. Smith. I am the owner of the Golden Whiskers Award and the Golden Whiskers Fantasy Fishing League. With my co-partner and beside me is Ray Ferguson. He's one of our board of directors for the Golden Whisker Awards, and he's a tournament director for the Fantasy Fishing League. And he has been my absolute rock over the last year, putting the final touches on all this and helping come up with the ideas. And I just want to say him and his wife have been a saint. So I appreciate them with every fiber of my being, and I love them. But before we dive into the excitement, I want to begin by giving credit where credit is due and deserved. First and foremost, the Golden Whiskers Awards. My heart and soul, it's my passion project, it's my labor of love, honestly, and probably the reason I survive on caffeine. But in all seriousness, the organization means the world to me. I acquired the Golden Whiskers almost a year ago. It has been quite a year ago, after it was passed down to me by Kevin Lakin. However, it recently came to my attention that unintentionally I left out two very important people when telling the story of how this all began. First is Michael Murillo. Michael Murillo is truly the godfather of the Golden Whisker Awards. The entire concept was his original vision, his original brainchild. He brought it to Chad Fields and Kevin Lakin, and together with his brainchild, they created the Golden Whiskers Awards. And then Kevin took it to where it was. So I want to make sure that the credit was given to where it was due. And I want to thank them from the bottom of my heart, because without Michael Murillo's brainchild, we would not be where we're at today. Secondly, I want to thank every single one of you, the anglers, tournament directors, the vendors, the DNR officers, the sponsors, the content creators, the families, and every supporter who has believed in this vision. Over the last several years, I've attended tournaments, visited weigh-ins, talked with anglers from every walks of life, and I listened closely to what you guys had to say, and found the greatest partner ever who also had the same vision I had, meaning Ray. We listened to the frustrations, the ideas, the concerns, the dreams, and the repeated feeling that anglers wanted to be seen, heard, respected, supported, and most importantly, protect our fish. That is why I say in our titles, built by anglers for the anglers, because it truly is built by the anglers for the anglers. And after 3 years of learning, researching, asking, and listening to this community, I took and I mean everything you shared with me, and poured it into these projects. Program designed to put anglers at the forefront, helping creators gain exposure and recognition, but equally important, and one of the biggest driving forces behind all of this, is conservation and the future of our fish. Protecting our fish, protecting our waterways, protecting the future of fishing. Because in effect, every form of fishing, catfishing, bass, saltwater, everything is involved. I just want to say before we get into it, thank you to all of you who put up with me. These platforms are not about personal profit. They are about building a community, creating opportunities, supporting anglers, and bringing the numbers to where they are unavoidable. In return, we promise, Ray and I promise, to tirelessly build one of the most respected awards and tournament organizations and events in catfishing. We will work to bring exposure to anglers and creators, and build lasting relationships, and bring friendship and fun back in to the league. So with that said, let's make history. Let's grow the sport. Let's protect the fish we love. And let's change the face of the catfishing community together. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you to the Golden Whiskers Fantasy Fishing League.
Yeah.
Here you go. Ray, your turn. What do you got to say to these people?
Let's make it pretty simple. My goal, we were leaving a tournament. I was actually, no, it was me and Val. We was leaving, and we was talking about. I've always wanted to do a tournament to where you have to have a team and then fish individual. And me and Val, we talked for about 8 hours back and forth on a format. We could make this happen. And what we have is basically we have a team event, which you would be 5 people on a team. Then you drop back to day 2. It's a 2-day tournament. Your second day, you would go to a single event. But what we're trying to do, my whole concept is the team event is to get a group of 5 anglers with a sponsor to come up, fish together, share information, build relationships. That's the whole key is relationships. We want to talk. We want people talking. We want people celebrating catfishing. And what better way to do it is to make a tournament where you have to share information and you have to have, camaraderie. That's when I first started doing this. That was the coolest thing about this. We would all, and when I say we, I mean there was 10 boats showed up. We all knew each other. We all celebrated. We all talked. We all went to dinner. We had a great time, and then we went to a tournament. So that's the whole key. Is that's the whole thing behind it is get fun back into fishing tournaments.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah, and we put a little money with it.
Okay. Yes, gonna make it fun. So now we'll go into it because the amount of messages I receive on how does this work? How does this work? How do I do this? How do I do this? And I just saw, a comment from Michael saying hopefully he gets strong. Well, the really cool thing about this tournament, Michael, and this fantasy fishing league is every angler that enters the draft gets drawn. The entire draft is revolved around the anglers and getting the anglers the one-on-one recognition and acknowledgement for being an angler. Now, how that works, I'm going to let Ray go into this because his part is the tournament series, and he's going to talk to you about the team owners and the anglers and how you get drafted and what's required to be drafted for the league part of this. In case you haven't noticed, there are actually 4 parts to this series, and there's 3 tournaments that are simultaneously running at the exact same time. We have the league, we have the team owners league, and we have the fantasy draft league. So we're going to start with anglers and then answer any questions you guys have about the anglers portion of it first. So Ray, you are up.
All right. So basically what's going to happen is you're going to have 10 teams. How do we want to say it? They're not sponsors, but they're team owners. So you got a team owner. You got 10 team owners, and each owner has 5 fishermen. They fish day 1 for $20,000. It's a $2,000 team buy-in. So your owner pays $2,000. He gets to pick 5 people from the draft, and they fish for 20 grand. One team, 10. You got 10 chances to win. One out of 10 to win $20,000. Day 2, it splits up. Now you're to an individual where it's open, and then you win. You could go up to win. It's 25,000 would be the total payout. So you break it down. I think we had it at what? I'm sorry, I had it on my phone.
Which one?
It'd be 15, 7, and 3. the 25 when you get
Yeah.
down to the day 2.
Yep.
And that's pretty simple. What is it? I think it's 500 for day 2, 2,000 for day 1.
2000, the first day is the owners tournament, and it's based on the owners drafting 5 anglers per team. And that team competes the first day for their owners to win. Meaning each team that paid 2,000 has a chance to win 20,000. So you literally have a 1 in 10 chance of winning $20,000 as a team owner 4 times for the year. That is $80,000 for the year just to sponsor or own a team. The second day of that tournament, all the anglers become individual, and it becomes your total weight. That means every fish you caught. And the reason we have the ability to do this is because it is a live tournament. It is conservation friendly. You are we are CPR. It is caught on the water, released, weighed on the water, and it must be weighed live on camera. But that second day, the $500 fees that the anglers paid to fish goes to the top 3. $25,000 is divided by the top 3, and how it is divided is 15,000 to the top weight, second weight is 7,000, third weight is 3,000, and this happens 4 times a year. So you have the chance to win that 4 times for the year when you are drafted into the league.
And okay. This is just tournament. This is a tournament, and the way the tournament will be, it's going to be open to where everybody's worried about gas, worried about traveling. You don't. I'm trying to make this as simple as possible so that you could actually bank fish this tournament. If you could take a group of 5 people, say we're going to fish the Tennessee River. There may be a team that's on Fort Loudon. They all live within 15 minutes. Same way with Pickwick, same way with Wilson, same way with Wheeler. It's going to be simple so that we cut the traveling out. We're going to cut the weigh-in line out. We're going to cut all the stuff the anglers hate. We're cutting out. This is going to be
travel expenses, hotels, yes. Food, accommodation. We're eliminating all of it.
Yep.
Unless you
the only expense you'll have is your live feed. You have to have a live feed. That's the only expense. But that's simple. I think it's down to what, $500 now to get internet.
You know what? I don't know. It's on auto pay at this point in my life because it's a necessity, and I don't. They could pretty much railroad me, and I wouldn't know.
But $500 is a whole lot cheaper than going to buy a $100,000 boat to keep a fish alive. So it's going to be really simple, really easy. You fish public water and on the Tennessee River, anything along the Tennessee River, it's inbound. You go fish. We may do an upper Mississippi. We may do a lower Mississippi. We may do the Cumberland River. That's but I know we will be on the Tennessee because it's kind of central. People can get to it pretty easy. You can get to the Mississippi fairly easy. That's what we're after. The Ohio River, pretty easy, accessible.
We have a couple. First question we had come up is, do owners handpick their team or have to do a draft and may not get their favorite angler? It's a draft. It is 100% a draft. And the reason it is designed this way is because it will require you to get to know other anglers, look at their stats, watch their channels to see how regularly they catch fish, where they fish at, all of that to involve all anglers, not just anglers we're trying to build friendships, camaraderie, bring each other together, and the only way, not to mention, it's a fantasy draft, so everyone gets drafted. Everyone has to be and will get drafted. But whether you're drafted for the league or whether you're drafted for the fantasy part, is up to you. You can choose. You can let him finish there. But the number one question, which hasn't been answered yet, and I'm going to do this for you, is how you enter this draft, because this is this is actually the first step before any of these other steps happen. To enter the draft, you basically let me know. We're doing it this way. It is $100 to enter the draft. That puts you into the draft for 1 full year. That means you get 1 full year of total recognition, individually listed, and people coming to your channels to watch your channels, because you have to keep track of what everybody's doing to see if you're in the running for that money at the end of the draft, because it is ran by weights. So the program is designed to literally put the entire focus on anglers individually. That's what that $100 for you to register for the draft is. When you get the registration form, on there it will say, are you registering to do the league? Are you registering to do fantasy? Are you registering to do both? Depending on what you want to do. If you want to fish, but you can't, you can't fish the league, you can still participate because it's a separate league for people who do not want to enter the league part of it. It also, the way we have it designed, opens it up to bank anglers, kayakers, and boat fishermen, because we've eliminated the live wells, we've eliminated the live weigh-in lines. You can fish any way you feel you can win the tournament. So, again, to enter the draft, all you do, you pay $100, and that puts you in the draft for the entire year. And we are only allowing 1,550 anglers to register. And I apologize for this. I know we have many, 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 many more anglers than that. But the reason being is currently Ray and I run this. It is us. He runs the tournament part. I run the fantasy part of it. That means I have to literally watch 1,550 anglers and the fish they catch on their tournament day to keep track, verify that the fish were caught live, the weight was caught live, and the release was caught live. I can't do more than 1,500.
Okay, time out.
Yes.
Hold on 1 second. We're getting behind on our chat. One thing. Hold on, because what she's talking about is the fantasy. There's 2 tournaments. One tournament will be a set date live tournament. What she's talking about will be a different day of the month that you pick. It could be any day. You pick
in that month that the league is in.
Say if we're having it in February, you got to pick. If you're on the fantasy side, you have to pick one day of that month and say, I'm going fishing. You send it over to us. I'm gonna be live fishing this day. That's how that works.
That's where your points will come from. It can't be, I had a really good day and I'm picking this day. You have to have a scheduled day with us inside of that month.
Anywhere in the country.
Anywhere.
So you got 2 different tournaments.
Wait. Public waters, anywhere in the country. That is public waters, no privates, no nothing.
Yes. But we've got what I'm making is pretty much like a little travel tournament that if someone wants to go fish the Tennessee River, hey, sign up. We'll go fish the Tennessee River. You got what you're going to end up having is you're going to have teams, and your team we're only accepting 50 people. That's it, 50 people.
Yep.
10 teams, 5 people. That's it. That's all we can accept. We're gonna run that tournament, but the same month we're gonna have a fantasy tournament, and the fantasy tournament pays way more than the tournament for the anglers for the one day, because you're fishing. Basically, you'll be fishing for $45,000 if you fish one of the 4 tournaments. If you fish the fantasy league, what are they fishing for? 75.
They're fishing for 75. You have a 1 in 500 chance of winning $75,000 for 4 days of your life.
And that's a team. You have to team. It's a
Yep.
team of, what is it? What's it cost to have that team? $300?
$300 to buy a team, a fantasy team, yes.
So basically yep, I mean, we're going to say you got 50 people, League One, anywhere? No, it's not anywhere. It's going to be wherever basically what we'll do is we're going to do some chats. And I know the Tennessee River, people love the Tennessee River. I know the people love the Mississippi. So we're going to get together and basically once you get our 10 teams signed up, we're going to basically have a chat with them to see what they feel like. But I'm basically know what they're going to say. They're going to say we want to fish the Mississippi, we want to go to fish the Tennessee, and some of them may want the Ohio. I don't know, but that's basically what we're going to do is take our 10 teams and see what works out the best for them.
Andrew, to answer your question, the league is open waters, but it's open waters on 4 designated rivers. Like the first tournament will be Tennessee, but you can fish anywhere on the Tennessee. The second tournament would be the Mississippi, anywhere on the Mississippi, wherever they want to fish. That's what makes that open waters. As for the draft portion of it, it's open waters across the board. Wherever you choose to fish for your draft is your choice.
But that's what makes it cool because you got somebody that's going to win $75,000 in 4 days.
Yes. And you have somebody that's got a 1 in 10 chance of winning $20,000 4 times. We literally designed this to impact and help every single person. We haven't got to the public part of it, but I promise we didn't forget you. Hold on. Hold on. But yes, we made the odds for you to do this very well. And I don't know how else to put it for you other than you're just not going to find odds like that anywhere. I mean, you just won't. And get the recognition. On
the travel, yes. It's there.
Yes. Yes, any questions on the angler portion of it and how to enter the draft at this point before we move on to the next part? Entering the draft is big, and like I said, I forgot that the how you pick in the draft is also based on how you register. If you were the first to register, which is why I have been keeping a running of everyone that wanted an application to be registered in the draft. The reason being is because if they wanted to do their draft and draft team, even as an angler, by the way, you can own a draft team. I want to make that perfectly clear. Just because you are in the draft doesn't mean you can't buy a team. The 1 and 2, they're a totally different entity. You can still be in the draft and still own your own fantasy team. So I just want to make that clear.
And Michael, but you could still fish the fantasy league for the $75,000 because you can fish the Missouri. The Missouri will be open.
Yeah, Michael, if you're referring to the league part of it, and you don't want to travel or you don't want to do that, that's where the fantasy part comes in. You don't have to be near any of those rivers. You just have to pick your own where you want to fish. As long as it is public waters, you can fish anywhere you want in the draft, in the fantasy draft.
Andrew, it's $100, right? Not a draft team owner or anything, just to fish wherever.
It's 100. Yep.
$100.
Yep. Yep, that's just to enter the draft and to be able to fish wherever you want. It is the draft. That is the draft. It is $100 for the anglers. Yeah, it's $100. That's the fantasy part.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then what you'll have to do is you'll have to get drafted to be on a team of 3 people. So, for example, I could pick you, and I could pick maybe Donnie. I could pick anybody, pick 3 people, and I'm the one that's going to win the 75,000. And then what happens is for you to be on my team, it's how the 75,000 comes to me, and then I disperse it to you. So what basically what we're getting at is I'm gonna say, Andrew, I want you to go fish New Orleans. Well, I'm gonna pay you to go fish New Orleans. I'm gonna put the money up for you to go because I'm a team owner. I'm putting the money up. Whatever your travel expenses is, I'm gonna say, hey, go do it.
Well, he's talking about the fantasy part, and Andrew, the only way that you can win is if the team you were drafted for wins. I'm going to jump ahead and go to the public draft. And why it's called the public draft is because it is open to anyone. You do not have to be a fisherman. You do not have to be a business owner. You do not have to be anybody. It's $300. That's your team. You draft 3. If your team wins, Andrew, and you're on that team where you were drafted by someone, because everyone gets drafted no matter what. You're in a draft. It's what you're there for. You get drafted, you're on the team. You have a team owner and he has the 3 drafts. Say you were on theirs, your team won. That team owner won the 75,000 and they have to allocate the money to their team the way they choose. We don't force anyone to do anything. So how much you win is up to your team owner. It is not up to me. I'm not making them do anything. I'm not making you do anything. That is your choice how much you give your team that won. The team as a whole and the owner of that team wins $75,000. I have you down, Dustin. I do. I wrote you down immediately when you told me to. Absolutely. Of course, just like any tournament, Andrew, you may get nothing. Sorry, it's a tournament. We can't award every single person or it loses its luster. So yes, you may get nothing.
You don't. So Andrew.
Yes, Andrew, that's the reality of it. I hope that would never happen, but yes, it is up to the team owner. They paid for that team. The money is theirs. How they allocate it is up to them. They're the ones who put the money up. Absolutely. But if you want to win that money, and my suggestion, buy you a team. No, I don't know where huge fish. I'm sorry, Andrew, that question has no bearings on anything because we don't have huge fish. We have total weight. And if there's a big fish payout, that would definitely go to the person. And the only way we would have a big fish payout is with a sponsorship, and we're not even on that part yet. We're only on this. And the simple truth is don't make it more complicated. It is. That $100 is to put you in a draft to get you noticed. Why would you enter a tournament that you have no guarantee? That's kind of...
Nothing's guaranteed when you enter a tournament.
Yeah, I don't understand.
This is what you're looking at. When you get drafted, say, for example, let's just use somebody, say we're going to use you, Andrew. Andrew, I want you on my team. I'm going to pay your $100, right? And I'm going to pay the $300. And you're on my team. It's about having a sponsor. All these people run around and say, oh, we got sponsors. Well, here's their turn. They want to get recognized. They're going to call you up, Andrew. They're going to say, hey, look, Andrew, I got you taken care of. Don't worry about it.
I agree, Jeremy. God love Andrew in reading and making it much more complicated than it is. I cannot imagine a single soul not rewarding their team for winning. That doesn't even cross my mind. as something anyone would ever do. I'm just going to be honest.
Creo,
Oh,
you got the right
one
idea.
thing. That's like football. A team owner, obviously, they make a crap ton of money and then they allocate the money to their team players. This is the same concept. If you're familiar with football, this is literally the identical concept for football and fantasy football. There's no difference basically other than the fact that I can't control owners. I can't control business owners no more than I can. And I don't underestimate people. I look for the good in people, and I choose to believe that people would not do that. And if they do, the league has the right to change the rules if we have to next year to make sure that doesn't happen. But I am trusting that someone would not do that. I choose to trust first.
So basically, what they were saying in the chat earlier, I'm gonna negotiate. If you come to me and you're gonna buy me, I'm gonna say, okay, here's the deal. This is what I want.
That's right. Ask them if you win. What do I get?
Yeah, you can have it in writing. And if you you do have a choice to not be drafted because
you do.
Yes, you don't have to be drafted.
Nowhere does it say you have to be drafted and go with that particular person.
You're going to have people. You're going to have people purchasing people. There's people who are going to go out there and say, "I'm going to buy this guy because he's good." So, say if I picked him up, I drafted him, and V wants to buy you. V could come to me and say, "Look, I want Fred, and I'll give you $1,000 for him."
Yep.
And Fred's gone. That's what this is all about. It's all about getting the anglers paid.
Okay, Andrew, again, you're arguing tournament. The way tournaments are across the board, you stand the risk of not winning anything every time you fish one, and you have fished tournaments. So these arguments, God love you, I feel like it's just to be a little bit argumentative. Just take it as it is. It's really simple. You take the risk of not winning. You take the risk of not having money. But I guarantee you, your odds are better here than any tournament you went into. That's how I'm going to answer that. I'm going to move on from this because I can't appease someone's insecurities about fishing tournaments. If you're insecure about whether you would win money or not, my suggestion is not to do them because there's a risk in every tournament you get into. If that's where I'm at. So we're going to move on to the next one. It is basic, simple. Fantasy Football League meets with tournament league rules. It is what it is. You take the chance of not winning. In fact, it flat out states it. You have a 1 in 50 chance. That means you have a 1 in 50 chance of not winning. 1 in 10 chance. You have a 1 in 10 chance of not winning. It's just how it worked. It works. I'm not talking about insecure in your personality. I'm talking about insecure in someone paying you out. Please do not misunderstand that at all. It has nothing to do with you. I don't know. Nothing to do with you. It's insecure about tournaments. Okay, moving on. Owners. There you go, Ray.
All right. So you build your team, you get drafted. It's pretty simple. If I'm an owner, which I'm not going to be an owner, I got to draft 5 people. So if I sign up first, there's 10 of us. If I sign up first, I get to pick the first person, and it goes in order. It goes down to 10, and then I get to pick another person, so on and so forth, all the way until I get 5 people. Once I get my 5 people, then we go from there. The next tournament, it's done over again. I got to pick the first guy, then it goes to 10, then I get a second pick. That's the owners. The owners are paying $2,000 to pick a team. Now, their team, the way I would do it if I was the owner, my team would split the $20,000. Is the way I would do it. But somebody may not be able to do that because they may have to buy someone. So they may have to take the money from where they purchased someone. But it's all within the team. It's a team conversation. And we're not worried about people not paying someone. That's not going to happen. People have a team. In my part of it, they're going to be, all this is going to be in writing before the tournament's launched. The person's going to say, he's going to say, if I'm the team owner, I have it written out. I split it 5 ways with my people. I split, or everyone gets $1,000. Whatever it is, we
pay their fees for the next one.
Yes,
whatever they want to do with it.
Yes, it's whatever the team figures out what they want to do. The fantasy thing is mine is simple. You get 50 people, only 50 people come. That's it. The next place we go fishing, it's 50 people, and this is going to graduate to Texas. This is going to grow. It's going to grow. It's going to be big.
Yes,
this is limited right now because we're going through it, getting the bugs worked out.
Yes, which is why we're only allowing 10 team owners for the first year and limited number of anglers to enter the draft, because we are 2 people, and the amount of work it takes to do this. I'm just going to tell you, it's morning, noon, and night. So
it's very difficult.
Yes, so please forgive us.
We've been in meetings with team owners and stuff. There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that people don't know about, and it's pretty big.
It takes a lot to run a league like this. It's not one and done. It is every day you have to watch and keep track of anglers on a fishing month and a fishing tournament, and not just 10 of them. We're talking 1,550 anglers for the first year. And please understand, next year we hope to be able to accommodate more, but we can't. Just forgive us. We can't do it this year. We just cannot.
And I expect that the league tournament to grow also, but as of right now, this is more or less an invitation only. Is my plan was an invitation, but it gives this way. If you're drafted, it gives people opportunities that might not necessarily get an opportunity.
Yes. Are there any questions on becoming a team owner? Oh, we do have, I forgot to mention this at the beginning. We have a payment plan. Except for the draft registration, the $100 draft registration is paid up front. But the rest of it, if you want to be one of the people that becomes a team owner, as long as it is paid by the deadline of the draft, you get to keep your team. We don't want people to have to fork out the money all at once. We are in extremely hard times, and the whole point of this whole league was to make it easier for companies and anglers without having to travel, the hotels, the food, this expenses, and then to add the registration fees on top of it. So we're allowing payment plans. I do want to make that clear, but on every single part of it, from the team owners to the fantasy draft teams. So do not be frightened. We will work with everyone because this is your league and your tournament.
And I'm gonna just use the Tennessee because I'm familiar with it. You may have a boat company that wants to sponsor 5 guys that's on the Tennessee River. There could be an electronic company. There could be a meat packing industry. You know, they want to chip in and put 5 teams on the water. Anything. It could be a boat dock company, roofing companies, whatever. Anything. You got 10 teams of 5 people. That's it. And it makes it simple. They pay the $2,000. They fish for 20 on day one. The 20,000 is split up. Whatever the team figures out what they want to do. You don't have to be a fishing tournament. You could be a sponsor and not even fish.
Yes.
So they may have 5 people that, hey, we want to fish. Our 5 team members, they may spend $20,000 to get their team. They just want to be bragging rights. That's what this is about. It's about the sponsors saying, I've got the best of the best fishing for me. Is what it boils down to.
Yep. Are there any questions on becoming a team owner and what it takes to become a team owner? I think we've got it. Build your roster, make strategic moves, chase championships, earn rewards. It's take control, make every decision. The ad says it all.
One more thing. The team owner does not have to be part of that 5.
No.
The team owner can be separate.
And it can be an individual person. It could be a business owner. It could be just somebody who likes to gamble. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
It could be a restaurant. It doesn't matter. Everyone qualifies to be a team owner. Everyone. Not just companies. I want to make that clear. It is not just open to companies. It is open to everyone to be a team owner. Okay. All right. Let's move to the live public draft. This is my favorite part. This is what I love. This is where I blend the golden whiskers in with the tournament program. And how this works is it doesn't matter. It does not matter if you are just somebody who is sports fishing, somebody who watches fishing, somebody who does fish, a company. Anyone can own a public draft team. And how it works is you pay the $300 to purchase a team. On draft day, all the 1,550 anglers that we are allowing will be drafted, and they will be drafted 3 per team. 3 per team that is purchased. And that team sticks together for the year and gives you the chance to win the $75,000. That your team captain or your team owner, will allocate how they want to. They'll let us know how they want to, but how they want to. They do need to let the anglers know, and they do, obviously. But it's really that simple. You purchase a team, you watch that team, and the team with the highest total weight for the year wins. It is that simple. But the reason I'm excited about it is because it's individual. When you enter the draft, you get a draft card that lists all your recognitions, the state you live in, so that when they're drafting, they understand, hey, this person fishes Tennessee, this person fishes Ohio. It allows them to be able to choose their person correctly. It will list the states, it will list their biggest fish, their achievements, but it will also list the angler's channel, whether it is a YouTube channel, any credentials that you have. And the reason it has to be there is because in order for everyone to be able to keep track of weights and to see where you are in the running for 75,000, you have to be aware of what the other anglers are doing and where their points are at. So it is designed to draw people to your channels and to grow your channels and to recognize you, just like the awards. So this part is very, very personal to me because I'm all about throwing you guys out there. But if you have any questions about the draft, shoot, I'm ready to answer them. It's really basically that simple. And I don't know what has happened here, but okay. But if there are no questions, I think we kind of covered it all, and I think we answered the questions that were. But the last one we're going to go over is the sponsors. And this is a big one because you'll notice something very unique about the Golden Whisker Awards and the Golden Whisker Awards Fantasy Fishing League. They have both launched and operated without sponsors. And the reason we have done that is because, first and foremost, we wanted it to be built by the anglers and for the anglers. And we didn't want to force sponsorship. We wanted to leave it open. If you choose to support the program and choose to support the anglers, we do allow sponsorships, which would allow you advertisement on the league page, and up to getting a commercial played during the live tournaments, and advertisements strategically placed throughout the season. So if you want to sponsor and you are a company that wants to sponsor to get your name out there and you want to sponsor the tournament series, give Ray or I a call. My number is listed everywhere on the tournament page and the league page. We will listen to you. We will work with you because without the anglers, we don't have the companies, and without the companies, the anglers don't have the gear. I am not against companies. In fact, I don't care who you are. I support every one of you. Lots of you can contest. I went into your lives and cheered you on. It didn't matter what company you were or represented. I'm a firm believer in it. You should have your choice. And the platform should be open to all. And if you choose to sponsor the league, you can give either one of us a call, amplify your brand, connect with the anglers and catfishing community, build lasting partnerships because we are trying to build friendships and, togetherness in the community and put the fun back in it. And we want everyone to be involved. And that includes the companies that help the anglers. So
a lot of what I see is they don't have the anglers really don't have the platform to get to the sponsors. And this is an opportunity for us as anglers to get to sponsors because you're actually being seen and you're actually being noticed. They're basically, you got sponsors looking at your page. How many views is this guy getting? There's a guy could be fishing on the bank, and this is what the whole purpose is. There could be a guy fishing on the bank that's got 10,000 subscribers, huge, and a boat company comes to him and says, "Hey, look, we want to put you in a boat," and then you start fishing. And now, what have we done? We've changed the person's life. He may not be able to afford a boat, and now but he loves to fish, and he's doing a great job. Look what you've got. That's what we're after. We're after. It's all about the angler trying to get attention to people who fish and fish.
Yeah. Yes. And yes, the draft will be live, Northern View. The draft will 100% be live. I don't know what else. That's it.
It's a done deal. I mean, it's simple. Everybody, it's about having fun, and that's what we're going to do.
Yes, and just grow the league. And
I know I look crazy, guys. I got this towel on my head. I'm sorry. So I think there was a misunderstanding earlier. One of the questions that was trying to be asked was if you entered the draft as an individual only, what are you benefiting from that? Is there a like prize if you just enter the draft individually, fish the draft? You don't
no.
Get
the whole point of entering the draft is to be drafted into a team and create a team environment. There are no individual fishing. You don't fish individually unless you were in the league on the second day.
Yeah, the second day would be individual.
Yes, but as far as the draft goes, there are no individual teams. It's all a draft. If you sign up, it is because you agree to be drafted on a team.
Okay, let me clarify something. So you've got a fantasy league and you have a tournament league. The tournament league, you have to be in the draft to be entered. So let's say, for example, we've got 10 teams, 50 people. Day 1, they fish for 20 grand. Day 2, you may not be drafted, but you can still enter and fish the day 2 part of the tournament as an individual.
And then what would you be?
And then you would be fishing for the split of the 25,000, could be possibly more.
But they were referring to the $100 fee and what they get from that. And what you get from that is you're entered into a draft and agreed to be drafted into a team.
Yes.
That's it. There's no individual.
Or fish day 2. Or fish day 2 of a tournament.
Well, day 2 is the people that were drafted by the team owners.
It's open, isn't it?
No, the first, once they're drafted, they're in that team for the day 1 and day 2.
Okay.
Day 1 is to reward the team owners with team fishing points. The second day, those same anglers move to the second day and fish individually for their chance to win. No, it doesn't change other than that, or the anglers wouldn't get anything out of that. Absolutely not.
Okay, I got you. That's what I got turned around with the question myself.
No, if you're drafted into the league, you're in day 1 and day 2. You're in the team champion and the individual. You sign up for both. That 500 covers both days.
That's for the confusion.
Yep.
There's no individual prize.
No, not at all.
Except day 2.
Yes.
Day 2 is individual prizes.
Yep. Day 2 is individual. All 50 anglers are competing for the first thing. Yep. Yep.
Yes. So
just like a normal tournament. Yep. Yep. Anything else? I hope we answered it. I hope people take the time to watch this later for the draft to understand. But as of now, as of what time is it here? 7:52 p.m. We are officially ending how the Golden Whiskers Fantasy Fishing League works and launching it. So we will officially be taking registrations. We will officially be taking team owners. We will officially be taking, we do have, only 8 more team owners available. 2 of them are gone, and all of which will be announced at the draft. The team owners will be announced, and then the draft will happen. So you will know the team owners the same time that we open the draft. And then, but that's it. And we are officially taking the draft registration, the public fantasy league registration, and the team owner registrations and sponsor registrations. All of that is officially launched as of today.
And it closes when?
It was April, I believe it was April 22nd or something like that. I'm not sure. And Ray is going to get the tournament dates announced ASAP.
Not April.
It's
August.
Or August. Dang it. Why do I keep doing that? August, yes. The draft officially closes and registration officially closes. I believe it is August 22nd, but all of this will be posted on the official Golden Whiskers Fantasy League Fishing League page. Ray will get the dates picked for the 4 seasons, 4 tournaments, 4 seasons, 4 rivers. Yeah, let's do this. Let's make history. Let's change the face of catfishing, bring it to a professional level, bring awareness to anglers, support the people who support us, which are the public, that keep our channels going, keep people watching. It's time to thank all of them and the companies. So here you go. This is it. Anything else you got to say, Ray?
That's it. If you got any questions, call me. It's pretty simple. We're going to have a lot of fun. You know that. I'm looking
forward to it. So much fun. I am so ready to do this. I'm excited
to see people Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call him out. What was it, Parker?
Jerry.
Jerry? Oh my goodness, boy, they're in trouble.
He registered.
That fella's on the bank, and
He's actually listed to register, and
yes.
I'm excited to see it.
That's a bank fisherman.
Yep.
He would probably. He's just an incredible person. It's an opportunity. I had a great opportunity meeting, and just his skill level from the bank is unbelievable.
It's crazy.
But he literally looked. He looked for what, 2 hours at the river, and he sat in one spot and looked at the river for 2 hours, and said, "I'm gonna go over here and fish." And he won that tournament that night, I think.
He did. That man just pulls him in like he's the fish whisperer. But I'm excited because I've watched a lot. I've gotten to know a lot of channels because of the Golden Whiskers. And I'm excited to now have the opportunity for those people who, were financially going to tournaments and becoming recognized was not an option. And now it is an option to get them seen. Because I have seen some that deserve to be in tournaments.
Oh, yeah.
They kill it. Absolutely kill it.
There's so many people that's messaging and chatting, and it's incredible.
It is.
It's going to bring so much notoriety to the sport, and it's not just the same old guys. When we did this, when I was started, it was 10 guys. Now you got maybe 100 guys, 100 teams out there running the road, and it's fixing to blow up. And
it's about ready to become a real competition because let's face it, to be the best, you have to be able to beat the best. And sometimes the best is a bank angler or a kayaker, or it's just somebody who couldn't afford to do the tournaments, but literally cleans house when they catch fish. It's amazing. I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see it.
It's pretty scary. It's pretty scary just to see. You're going to be so amazed at where did this guy come from? He's unbelievable.
It is. I'm excited.
It's going to be awesome.
All right. Well, if there's nothing else, we are going to end this show. And if you have any questions, just let us know.